Officially, good morning. Happy Sunday. Welcome to the Options Income Launchpad Sunday Market Insights. My name is Scott. I'll be your host. Oh, sorry, just got one thing stuck here. Okay, let's move forward. As always, what we do is for education and illustrative purposes only. Nothing we do or say should be considered as a recommendation to buy or sell any security or financial product. We're not brokers, we're not advisors. Therefore, we don't give financial personalized investment advice. Any investment decisions made should be at your own risk. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. What are we going to do today? We're going to market posture. We'll take a peek at the economic calendar. We will. What else will we do? Talk about the sectors that we think we should search. We will do some watch list maintenance, build our early week opportunity list. I have a brand new note card ready for the week. I think we have actually a good amount of opportunities developing. I'm anxious for that. So we will see. And we are not working on a trading plan section of the week. We're taking this week off. We're starting evaluation and prioritization. If you're going to spend some time on your trading plan, I would highly recommend that you spend it evaluating 1 to 10 each section of your current plan. Over the next few weeks, that's what we're going to be working on, right? That's what we're going to be working on is our trading plan, prioritization, evaluate the whole thing, and be ready for that. Okay. Questions. Let's get into it. Here is the SPY. And it looks like we did get a second day of buying volume. So we will actually add another. It's quite a chunk of volume patch. We had the same kind of a volume patch here. This volume patch actually had us a little leery. It had more sellers than buyers. So that's something we're going to be looking at, of course. Yeah, 4 days. Good stuff. It's useful. Okay. Let's start back one step. Let's get our market posture up. Oh, by the way, I've got some bragging to do. I know it's probably not much of a brag because you're like, you told us you would update that for quite a long time. But if you come into our group downloads, and you come into the historical market posture, boom. Updated through last week, including the AI scoring. So you can come in here and download the entire history of our market posture, including the AI posture that we've been... Oh, nope. Something's wrong here. Yeah. Sorry. I'm like, wait a second. Something's off. Oh, I'm on view only. Sorry, I didn't realize that this like put in 4.25 for all of these. This math is off. I'll go in and fix that. It would be easy to figure out, but I'm just saying the math is off. So, all right. Also, almost wow, Tony said. I love it. Almost indeed. Almost indeed. Also, our current games. Come on, you guys. It's only a few equations missing. It's only just a couple of equations missing. Then we also have our watch list. Our group watch list. And if you come in here, what? Updated as of 12/18? That's only like 3 days ago. Amazing. All right. It's updated. It's all updated. Amazing stuff. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate that. So that's there for you guys. Let me close these down. I'll go get that math taken care of so I can get the full wow. Nobody wants like an almost wow. All right. So, thank you, Sandy. That's very nice. Okay. Well, let's get started. My long-term score is now this thing was looking locked in, but Friday it regained. This will be interesting. So if this had closed all the way below the low here, 679.17, it would have been most definitely it didn't hold up. Let's see. Closed here 681.76, closed 680.59. Yeah, I'm gonna drop mine back. I said if there was ever a point where it just sort of looked like it was stalling, I'm gonna drop mine back. I was at a 1.5. I think I was higher than almost everybody. I think I was higher than almost everybody. Is that true? Was anybody else sitting at a 1.5? I think more people were at like a Bob Rowland is. Okay. A couple of other people were. But remember that 1.5, And I'm like, it's gotta earn its keep. It's gotta keep that 1.5. And I said if it doesn't move higher, and it didn't move higher, it actually stayed almost the same, slightly down a little bit. Then I'm gonna. So yeah, it's just it's right on the edge. It's right on the edge. Yeah, I think I'm gonna drop it to 1.25. I think it's been kind of riding as if it was going to, but that feels like it's pretty entrenched in those red lines, and those red lines are a 1.25. It's got to be more like the blue lines to be a 1.5, and you can see it tried for a little bit, and it's just not really holding up there. That score sheet is done only on the SPY as we look at that as our market, right? That's representative of our market. If that makes sense. Yeah. Because the major market, the other things is not part of this scoring. Okay. All right. Um, so I am going to take a snapshot of this, and I'm going to update my score down to 1.25. Let's copy, insert 12/21. Can't believe there's only 3 shopping days left to Christmas. Okay. Let's see. I am a 1.25. ChatGPT. Long term. $12, $21, $25. Oh, I lost my paste. And paste. Okay. Ready, go. Okay, let's see. $1.25. Good point. Right? Good analysis. Unchanged. Rationale. Pulled back but holds cleanly in the established red channel. I agree with that. It reflects steady institutional accumulation without acceleration into the blue-green zone. I agree with that. Okay, fair enough. That one was an easy one. It's getting more intelligent as we go along, for sure. Okay, let's keep going here. On to the 6-month chart. Oops. Oh, come on. Attempt to reconnect. Oh, it expired on me halfway through the... I literally just did this. Oh, it drives me insane. Give me a second, you guys. Oh, you bastards. You dirty, dirty birds. All right, well, let's take a little break for a second. While this updates. And let's take just a glance at the week. What do we have on the docket? So don't forget, Wednesday's a short day. Wednesday is open until 1 p.m. Only until 1 p.m. Eastern time. The Thursday is clearly closed. Friday is open, but is going to be a bit of a light volume day, most likely, though it could still make a good sized move. That's something we want to be aware of. Okay, let's keep looking here. Okay. I think I'm back up here. Hold on a second. Chance to refill your coffee. Fair. That's fair. Hold on. I'm almost there. Drives me nuts. Okay. We are... Oh. Now I have to get a text notification. Come on now. Sorry, guys. It's slowing us down today. Six 410. Whoops. Okay. We're back. Nope. We're almost back. It's loading. I keep jumping the gun. And seriously. Oh my gosh. When it rains, it pours. Give me one more second here, you guys. GDP on Tuesday. That's the big one. GDP, some consumer confidence. Okay. Yeah, starting over. It's very slow, and it stalled out on me. What is going on here? Will what still post Thursday? GDP. Tuesday. Yeah, we're looking for Tuesday. Oh gosh, so frustrating. Okay. And now okay, almost there. Oh, what a nightmare. 213553. Thursday closed and Friday nothing. So we really only have reports on Tuesday. That's what we're looking for. Reports on Tuesday. Okay. And we're back. We're almost back. Come on, give me one more chart. There we go. Ugh, Sunday mornings. I feel like the cutoff is right when I get started, so there's really no way to avoid it. Anyways, short term. I am a 1 on the short term. It looked like it made a higher low. I'm going to take it to a 1.25, actually. Yeah. I'm going to take it to 1.25. I think that is, I think that's reasonable. Okay, so let's take a look at that. Yeah, I think that we made a higher low here. It looks like I'm gonna move mine to a 1.25. So dropped one, raised one. I'm actually now caught up with ChatGPT. Interestingly. Okay, let's keep looking here. And let me load up the model. I'm going to, oops, nope, I changed symbols. Man, I'm telling you. I'm telling you today. The high or low again. Yes, without a doubt. That's the last one. And then we went up, pulled back down, and got this one. And so, yeah, I'm looking at that feeling like it's looking pretty good. It's getting a little bit of momentum there. Okay. Let's take a look. So the thought process here is, are we going to possibly see a trend like that coming into place? So, yeah. Let me change my score, or let me get a picture. Here. And let's go. Chart for analysis 12, 21, 25. Go. Okay. Stays. Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't put it. Does the year-end rally phenomenon factor into our consideration only if we see it? I mean, we've been talking about Santa rally. We haven't gotten much. We've gotten a little. But yeah, we're hoping that we see some additional. Okay. 1.25. Remains constructive but stalled. It's above the 50. Still same as last week. It's neither strengthened nor weakened meaningfully. Yeah. Okay. I mean, we're in the same place. Nothing to do there. Okay. Great. Anyone have something different than that 1.25? Let me know. Let's get to our volume analysis. Can we get access to this written analysis? Do you mean like the continuity stuff, Sarah? I do kind of pull I do kind of pull the synopsis of it, but not like the exact. But I could probably look to pull it. Tell me exactly what would be helpful, and I could see where I could put that and push it so that it's available. Let me go get the volume score. Though, first things first, I need to move these down. Let's go back out. Let's move this T. Let's duplicate and add. We got another buying day. We got another buying day here. So it looks like all of them were volume last week. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and take this picture. And we will get volume in here. And let's hit go. All right. Okay. 0 still. Which I think makes sense. So it's still a 0, unchanged. I am actually going to. So I've got 2 buys, 2 sells, 2 ties. Wait, I think I have too much I have too much showing over here. Hold on a second. 1 month daily. Oh, that's what I need to take a picture of. Sorry, hold on a second. That was the wrong image. I was kind of thinking about a 0.25, Stephen. And I'll tell you why. Why it's going to get that half a point jump. Because it's a tie. I have 1 buy back here, but I'm going to throw it out. Right? 1 tie in the back, but I'm going to throw it out. And then I have a tie. And a tie, 2 buys, 2 sells, 2 ties. A tie goes to the buyers. So in this case, yeah, we're really looking at This is jumping to a 0.25, and as Steven said, our slope is definitely positive. So I am going to put mine up a full half of a point. That was a big jump, actually. All right, let's see. Any thoughts? Where's everybody else at? Let's see if ChatGPT updated based on that. The most recent sequence, STTSBB, with tie goes to the buyers. Continuity, yeah. So ChatGPT is raising theirs, 0.25. Half a point increase, Gabe. Half a point increase. I was at a minus 0.25 last week. I was at a minus 0.25. So I got both the uptick to the flat and then the full extra quarter of a point. So all right. All right. Next, let's move on. I got to speed this up. I'm going to end up going a little over, you guys. I'm going to try to speed this up now. Okay. Let's get volume is definitely unique. Agreed. But it's an interesting, I mean, I'm spot on. We're both spot on. Does anyone feel like there's any part of this analysis that is off? Let me know. But I'm feeling like it's trying to make some improvements for us here. Pardon me. Okay. Major market. Let's reload this thing. See where it puts us. Thank you, Bob Rowland. All right. Nope. I don't know why this thing is spinning, but it's throwing everything off. Oh, my Zoom. Are you guys hearing me okay? Yes. Okay. Zoom. I don't know what's going on with Zoom. Let's reload. All right, just let me grab these now. There we go. Okay, there's the first one. This week's charts for analysis. Whoops. 12, 15, 21, 25. There's one. What do we have here? We have the NASDAQ leading. We have the Russell in second. We have the Dow lagging. That's very much a bullish. It's uptrending. We have the same thing here. Dow leading, or NASDAQ leading. Actually, the Russell slightly leading. The S&P down below. The Dow last barely. Let's grab this. So that's also continuing that trend of a bullish looking setup. Let's put this here. Let's drop this down to 66. Slow internet with too many opened apps. I do have a lot of opens, but the internet's fast. What do we have on the 66 day? So weird. On the 66, we have this weird, like, all of a sudden a jump by the Dow. Who expected that? Not me. Looked great on the setups, but when we got to this one here, it's like, wait a second. This is a little... Now, do I look at this and think this looks defensive? No. Do I think, hey, you know what? This was a sign of concern we hadn't seen yet somewhere else. Yes, and I'm going to drop. It can't be a 1 if it has signs of 1 is as good as it gets. This is not as good as it gets. Are we going to panic and be like, oh, the Dow's on top, now we're defensive? No. I'm going to drop it a quarter of a point. That's it. Just a quarter of a point. Let me know your thoughts. If you saw this already or if you're seeing this now for the first time. Let me actually just make sure I'm all the way over. Sometime, yep, I am. Let me know your thoughts. That Dow all of a sudden sneaking up to the top there, that's a little concerning. A little concerning. So I'm going to drop my score before we even get to the 22. I'm dropping mine. Here. Do we score with just one day? Well, I mean, and it's not just like one day. It's one time frame, but it's the scoring time frame, right? So the context builds. Panic. The momentum, the analysis builds from the 200 to the 133, and then we get to the 66 and we score it. So when we get to the 66 and we see that we don't have NASDAQ or Russell in a lead, but all of a sudden the Dow shooting up, again, it's like, well, nothing's really down. The other three were kind of in lockstep, just a little bit below, but enough that I'm like, it's weird. I'm taking mine down to a 0.75. So yeah, it's interesting, right? It was unexpected. Stephen D, what do you think? Was that expected? Did you see that? Did you score it? How did you score it? Now let's go look at the road ahead and see if it tells us, oh, we know what? Whoops, that's 33. I need 22. That might actually just reverse itself next week, and we'll get it back. I've got the Russell leading. That's good. I've got the Dow in second. That's okay. But the NASDAQ is trying. So you know what? I think it's fine. I mean, the 0.75 is still a good score, right? 0.75 is still good. I'm still overall up a little bit. Yeah, I think that 0.75 makes sense. Let's go ahead and get this picture. Could it have something to do with announcements or earnings? I mean, you know, we really try to just let the analysis assume that whatever's going on is taken into consideration. It's impacting price, and price is what we're going to really key in on for this. I am very curious how the model is going to see it. So let's put this in and ready, go. So I am a 0.75, and yet my score has still increased a little bit. And if anything, I think it's more likely to go up than down on these last two. So we still may find ourselves creeping closer to a 5. Let's go see what ChatGPT says. Oh. Well, let's see. I feel like it missed the 66. I'm going back. I don't want to coach it. I just want it to... I don't want to be like, are you sure you should look at it this way? I'm going to just say, look at the 66 again. Because it talked about seeing the NASDAQ, but that's not what happened. And if it keeps its one, okay, keeps its one. Most important for scoring, and reassess your final score. Go. Ooh, no. It's hard, right? Whoops. Okay, let's see here. When we start to see the Dow leading, that's the market getting more defensive. That does not describe a +1. Agreed. Yeah, this was my fear, you guys. We're all like, oh, it's getting smarter. It's getting smarter because now it's gone from a 1 to a 0.25. Too volatile. Hard to go from a 1 to a 0.25. Definitely warrants. Sorry, guys, we have to just do a little refinement. All right, whatever it says here is what we're going to go with, and then it'll have to dial it back in going forward. It's being human and overreacting, Bob says. The magnitude of the downgrade was too aggressive relative to what the data says. Okay, let's see. What we have now is a first signal of Dow leadership, observed only on the 66, not accompanied by sustained deterioration. Let's see. Final score 0.5. Okay. I still feel like it was a little aggressive, but we'll see how it plays out because next week, if things recover, it'll have to reassess based on the recovery and have to give it back. So that's fine. It's a funny thing, right? Because I know when I'm like, well, are you sure about that? Maybe you should. And then it's like, yeah, you're right. It's a -3. You're like, whoa, that's a big of a, let's keep that pendulum from swinging so far either way. It's a bit interesting that all of a sudden now I've gone up to a 4.5 and it's dropped based on that drop. So, I mean, not substantially. And we'll see where we finish up. This is an interesting one. I apologize. It's a little bit of a slower day. We already know our trading plan stuff. We've already been through the calendar. So we're just going to get through the watch list and call it. We'll only be maybe 5 or 10 minutes late. don't know why it keeps pulling up that drop down. And then it doesn't let me actually take the picture I want to take. So strange. I'll do this. There we go. I'd been bragging too. I'm like, oh man, I feel like that. Whoops. I feel like I go so fast now. Karma. Don, good to see you. I'll have the full synopsis and summary posted so you can review the rest of it. Apologies that it took longer. Okay. Oh yeah, best of luck for sure, Don. I didn't see. I was like, oh, going to the hospital for the neck. Good luck, my friend. Okay, what do we have here? Tech on top. Then there's the market. Who's close? Discretionary, industrials, and comm services. Those are three growth sectors right below it. Then down here we have utilities, and then we have financials. So we've got some growth at top, other growth coming close. Now what do we have? Technology on top, discretionary with it, moving into a leading position. Healthcare pulling back a little bit. Who else is close? Comm services. So this is looking good. Discretionary, comm services showing up. Who's close? Industrials and financials. And then all the rest of these are down here. Staples. So this is looking better. But it's got to hold up on the 66. This is where things have been kind of falling apart. Yeah, you can see we've got healthcare still on top, just kind of coasting. We've got technology still in a leading and shooting up again. So it's moving back in. But that's it. Just those two. Industrials is trying. So I really see healthcare as more neutral than defensive. And I see technology as more growth oriented. There's nothing else. It's not going to warrant a better score. I thought maybe it could, but no. I'm staying at a 0.25. We need more of these. But this is not a detractor for me to have technology or to have healthcare in that area, but it is also not improving. So we had good foundation on the 200 and the 133, and then it just barely held up on the 66. Let me put this to 22. Whoops. 22. Let's go drop this in here. Oh, shoot. I forgot to get this one. Okay. Okay, let's drop you in. 66. And let's drop you in. And let's go to 22. 22, discretionary, that's good up on top. Financials, that's good. And comm services. I only see technology on the 66. I didn't see 3. I only saw technology, Stephen, above the market. Now they may be in like setting up, but for me, not enough. And here it's like, well, I've got comm services. Yeah, I mean the 22 looks good. It looks like we could be moving towards a half of a point. But when I look at the 66, this is the market right here. There's only two that are above it: healthcare and technology. So on the scoring time frame, and this is what's been, making it interesting on the scoring time frame. Now, if you say what's next, well, I've got utilities getting worse, industrials is holding up, discretionary is trying to figure it out. There's some trying, but for me, it hasn't got there yet. So good foundation on the 200 and the 133, but not moving into scoring position. It's not enough to get the ball to the red zone. You still got to punch it in the end zone, right? So it's in the red zone. It's the foundation is good, but we need to see the scoring time frame demonstrate more growth orientation. And the road ahead looks good. So if I was on a tie, I'd be like, ooh, these look good, but I wasn't on a tie. I'm like, you know what? It's enough to keep my 0.25, but nothing more. That's it for me. But if anything, it's moving more towards if anything, it's moving more towards the next score, a half a point, right? So that's good. I like to know the pattern it's moving in. And let's go see what it thinks here. And we'll move on and just go get set up for the VIX. Gabe said Friday jitters. There was some volatile. Yes. Okay, small rally tomorrow. And I think the market is... I'm in for that. I think we've got setups ready for it. I agree. I'm with Gabe. I agree. I love it. Let's go look at the VIX. And you can see the VIX had it was the same low. I'll tell you this. This is what I was thinking is we never scored this lower low. I feel like we could score this a 1. I mean, we've bounced off of 20, off of 18 to the downside twice. That's a pretty solid, right? And we got down to 1491. How low did we get here? 14. So we never actually scored. I think I am gonna give it a 1/4 point. For the second week, it's staying low. I don't know. This one's a tough one. Let's see here. Technology still the clear leader. Healthcare also strong. Both pulled back but did not lose leadership. Momentum cooling. The relative ranking. No decision. It's my reminder to water the bonsai. Okay. I don't know why it changed its... It didn't... It like changed its scoring presentation. But it basically said... If it was previously 6.25, it stays 0.25. Growth still leads. Pullback is orderly. No defensive takeover. Still scoring. Okay. I mean, look, I agree with that. It was a weird way that it phrased it. I'm going to try to orient it back to the prior scoring mechanism, but that felt right. 0.25. That felt right. So it's a 0.25. I'm a 0.25. And the VIX. Okay, let's get to the VIX. Let's get a picture of this. And I'm leaning towards raising mine up, but I'm going to wait and see if enough of you guys agree or if ChatGPT agrees. The instructions. So the instructions, and it's hard because like a lot of the instructions are week to week, right? And so there's not really, it's been a very dynamic process in that I am when I'm, like we just did a little bit of calibration. We're like, oh, but and so the initial instructions are literally a transcript of the 6 training videos where I teach you guys these different scoring mechanisms, why we do it, what it means, what the implications are. And so I actually just took those and I put it in, and then we've been building it since then. So I'm trying to think of a way that we would be able to share it out, but it's tough because now there's like every one of these goes back for weeks and weeks where it's like, well, what about, there's some what abouts and there's some, but you can see initially, I said, here's the range. And then I said, this is the transcript here. This is just me talking about it. And then we start scoring it. And this is what we did with all 6 of them. So yeah, I get what you're saying. Believe me, I just am not 100%. I lose my, okay, here we go. Let's see what it says. The VIX is a 1. Okay, Stephen, that's where I'm kind of looking at. I'm thinking of going to that as a 1. Ah, that's not bad. That's not bad, Gabe. Let it create the next instructions based on what it knows. Now you're thinking AI. Love it. Okay, that's a good direction. So ChatGPT did go up 1/4 point. It's saying it's a 0.75. I'm gonna raise mine. I'm gonna go to a 1. I mean, we've bounced under 18 twice now. That's a good level to be at. We've shaken off all of this, at least by what we can tell here, especially there pushing all the way down. So I'm going to go move mine to a 1. It moved its to a 0.75. I think that ChatGPT overscored the downtick on the major market. So I actually think maybe, 4.5 is a good level, 4.75. But we increased 0.5 point. Good. ChatGPT stayed the same, shifted around. It's been a 4.25 a little bit, 3 weeks in a row. I'm a 4.75, looking fairly bullish. Not extremely bullish, not very bullish, just nice, solid bullish. Steven's a 5. Where's everybody else at? And 4.75 for Steve C. Let me get my note card ready. Let's get our watch list ready to go. A lot of 4.75s. Okay, that seems to be the consensus. Greg's the 4.5 makes perfect sense to me. Perfect sense to me. Apple. I'm still saying Apple's viable. Actually owes me a little money. AMKR, still viable. Just waiting for that turn. Amazon is a no for me. It's too sideways. Yeah, a lot of consistency. Stephen. APH. I'm not. I don't like the sideways. It did have a big move, but if that's the case, we're already 5 points away from resistance at 140. So I'm a no there. ASX I like. Now, no, I don't like ASX because of the options. Hold on a second. Hold on. We had this happen. We've got to get a little more restrictive. Yeah. Open interest. ASX is bounced. It's not good enough. Wouldn't trade the options. Not going to do it. So ASX is off the island. AVGO. No, still, it's too low. It's too low. I do need to add, because it reset on me, I need to add real quickly the 100 still and the 200. Okay, AXP. Yes, looks fantastic. We've seen money flowing into financials. AXP looks great. BAC still looks good. Citigroup overextended. I like it though. It's a tough one right there. Citi is flying. Caterpillar. I still like Caterpillar. I still like industrials. And that one was one I was looking at. We may see a continuation trade early next week as well as a bounce trade. We'll see what we get. CIEN, I like it, but it just went too fast. 10% on the first day. You know, if we could have gotten in like we did Rocket Lab, it would have been great, but we didn't, so nothing we can do there. CLS, no. 2 sideways, new low, bouncing off the 100. I don't love it. Coherent, absolutely yes. And that was an entry on Friday. Possibly a chance to catch a continuation trade, or possibly if you can catch it inside of that, it's still valid. So I would put that on the list. Credo, no, it was too much of a sell-off for me. Cisco is a yes, and that was a viable trade on Friday. Anyone take that one? That was one that I took. I think we had talked about some setups on that. Delta still looks pretty good, actually. Diamonds look good, if you like the Dow. Fox. Fox looks good and looks good for a continuation trade. It gave you a little bit of time here. It was slow, and then boom, it took off. So that's one I'm looking at for sure. For solar, no. 2 sideways. GE? No. Gold is kind of just moving a little bit. GM? I like GM. Google. I like Google. Goldman Sachs. Oh, it looks fantastic. That's a viable signal on Friday. Could turn into a continuation signal. GTX, no. Howmet, no. IBM, still possible for IBM. Intel, yes, we took it. We liked it. Although it had a little bit of a sell-off right at the last minute of the day. Son of a gun. Bastard. ILMN. Phenomenal timing. Bob Rowland. Oh, yeah. Very nice. Illumina. That's a buy signal on Friday right there. So you might look to catch it, if you can, a little bit better priced, or a continuation trade out of something like that. I like that. Small caps look good. I actually would trade small caps with IWM. JCI, if you still have something, still moving, still possible viability there. J&J, setting up for the next trade. We know healthcare still has some momentum. J&J is a good one. Lumentum, just smashed higher. There's nothing you can do with that. 10%. Eli Lilly, nothing we can do with that. It's a little overextended. LRCX, nothing we can do with that. Macy's, yes. Yes, and viable now. Viable on Friday. That was one I looked at. We actually got to the INTC trade and we're like, we're doing it. I would have talked about the Macy's as well. Meta. It's trying. We'll see what happens there. Morgan Stanley is a yes for me. And viable. I think maybe Monday's trade may be a financial, depending on how things go. Microsoft. No. Micron. Just got out of earnings. I still like it, but needs a pullback. We'll wait for that. Netflix is a no. Nvidia is a no. NXT is a no. A lot of sideways here. PLTR was a yes, but it already kind of popped. So we'll keep watching. QQQ, no. The Real. So I I apparently didn't close like half of the trade. I thought I had closed out of all of it. And I ended up closing it on Thursday for actually okay gain. So that thing just sort of like ticked around and then all of a sudden made this late move. I was like, oh, interesting. XLF, yes. I like XLF. If you'd prefer the ETF, absolutely. Rocket Lab. I mean, look, if you caught it on the day we put it out here, maybe could have gotten in first thing in the morning. I don't know. That was a tough one, man. It just went flying. Got to its first target on the first day, 70. I'm looking for 75, looking for a little more. Roku. Yeah, that was a fast one, Tony. I mean, that was crazy. Roku, I would still say is a yes to me. Ross, still a yes. We know consumer discretionary is doing well. Reddit's an old friend, and then also an old smashed us. You can see where we got smashed over here. Actually stopped here and then not smashed, hopefully, but Reddit, okay. I think that's got some viability. Yeah. Turning RTX is a maybe. Still plenty of good looking things. Silver is insane. Where the hell is silver going, you guys? SNDK, maybe. SoFi, no. We have got way better. STX is a yes for me. TER, that's definitely a yes for me. And viable for a trade. That's one I'm looking at for Monday. TJX, yes for me. Setting up for next week. Tesla's actually looking pretty strong if you like trading it. TSM, we took Intel, but TSM viable. Bullish dollar index kind of flat. We did the VIX already. Here is Wayfair. Sideways, WBD setting up for another trade potentially if you're not worried about the news. WDC looks okay. I like STX and TER better. Walmart is setting up for me as well. Real quick pass through the XLs. XLB kind of overextended. XLC trying. We'd love to see that bounce. XLE had a pullback. XLF. There you go, Gabe. Look at that. Nice little flag pattern. XLI. Yes. So industrials look good. Financials look good. That's definitely going to orient me towards industrials and financials this week. Technology looks pretty good. They're all starting to show some momentum bounces there, right? Staples, pulling back. Utilities, flat down. Healthcare still looks okay. That's why we're watching J&J. XLY. Consumer discretionary, a little bit overextended, but we definitely have strength there. Okay. My apologies, guys, for going over. We had some weird technology snafus today, but we got through it. Posture looks good. Markets look good. Watch list looks good. Setups look good. We're in some good trades. Let's finish the year strong. Why not? You've got 3 shopping days till Christmas. Worth the wait. Thank you very much. It's good to see everybody. Enjoy it. I'll be back tomorrow morning. Let's transition from market posture to trading posture together. We are looking at a time change. So if you have strong thoughts, weigh in. But we're actually looking at pushing back 15 minutes. And rather than going 15 before the market starts, we're going to jump in right as the market opens and give us a full hour during market hours. Think about that. Process it. If you have feedback, let me know. If you have any feedback about that push, last time there was mixed signals because people are like, I like the opens, but people are liking trading time too. So let me know your thoughts. Gabe, best of luck and the strongest thoughts and prayers for your granddaughter. That's just unimaginable. So to your entire family. And everybody else, let me know if you have any opinions. And other than that, I'll see you guys in the morning. As always, happy trading.